guys, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I am here. I purposely did not come this morning because I know it's the holiday in Guyana. I know it's a snow day across the eastern states. And in Michigan, it's a snow day. I wanted to wait until my lunch break. So I want to make this very clear for anyone who coming on this live and seeing me in the middle of the day. I am currently on my lunch break. So for the matter of time, let me see how many more minutes I have. One moment. So I have 20 minutes on the clock. So if you're keeping watch with me, 20 minutes I have to deliver my notes. Okay, 20 minutes I have to deliver my notes. I am pulling up my phone because for some reason my messages do not pop up across the screen for my Facebook. So let's go. Okay, as we move through Lent, as you guys know, we are in the Lenten season, and this morning, to start off or kick off this week, I wanted to talk about Lent. I wanted to talk about something deeper than fasting from food. Because most times when we're going through Lent, people fast from food, right? Many people think Lent is about restriction. But what if it is really about release? What if it's really about release, right? What if this season is an invitation to loosen your grip on the things that quietly drain your peace? What if, I'm going to ask that question again, what if this season is an invitation to loosen your grip on the things that quietly drain your peace? Today's conversation is about the discipline of letting go. And you see me watching to the side because I have up my notes on the side of my computer. So from time to time, you'll see my eyes going like this. I'm not cross-eyed. Okay. Today's conversation is about letting go. All right. And so let me jump straight into it. Segment 1. What Lent really teaches us. Do we really know what Lent teaches us? Lent is not meant to be punishment. It is meant to create space. As you come in this live, please share this live. I ask kindly to share this live. Invite your friends, invite your people on the timeline. We're talking about Lent today. And we're looking at it from a different perspective, right? Because most times when we hear about Lent, we hear about what are you giving up? What are you giving up? But how about us looking at it from a different perspective, right? Lent is not meant to be punishment. It is meant to create space. When you remove something, you begin to notice what was controlling you. Some people give up sugar. Some give up social media. But the deeper fast is internal. What are you giving up on the inside? You can fast from over explaining yourself. You can fast from reliving old wounds. You can fast from trying to be understood by people committed to misunderstanding you. In scripture, wilderness, hold on, y'all. Somebody just messaged me. All right, y'all. Back to stuff. One of my followers trying to find my video on Facebook. Let me see if anybody's commented. Let me see. If you click on that video, it should open up my live. All right, guys. So sorry, guys. They're trying to find me on Facebook. So here we go. Back to that. So, I lost my train of connections. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for staying with me. In scripture, right? Wilderness seasons were never wasted, has never wasted time. They were preparations. Silence teaches clarity. Waiting teaches alignment. What is one thing you know you need to release this season? It's not about food and it's not so much about releasing food, but what is one thing that you need to release in this season? All right. Emotional fasting and inner peace. Let's talk about emotional fasting and inner peace. Many people are physically fasting, but emotionally overeating. I'm going to say that again. Many people are physically fasting, but emotionally overeating. We replay arguments in our minds. We hold on to offenses. We scroll through things that stir comparison. Lent asks a different question. What are you feeding your spirit? In this Lenten season, I want to ask us, what are we feeding our spirit? Letting go is not weakness. It is strength that has matured. There is a difference between forgiveness and access. There's a difference between forgiveness and access. There is a difference between forgiveness and access. Do you believe that there's a difference between forgiveness and access? Do you believe that there's a difference between forgiveness and access? Do you believe that there's a difference between forgiveness and access? And I'm going to leave you guys to answer me. I'm not seeing any comments yet. So I'm going to continue talking. I don't know if the platform is messing up or what. But nevertheless, we're going to continue. I'm not going to be dismayed. Many people are physically fasting, but emotionally overeating. We replay arguments. We hold on to offenses. We scroll through things that stir comparison. Lent asks a different questions. What are you feeding your spirit? Letting go is not weakness. It is strength that has matured. There's a difference between forgiveness and access. You can forgive someone and still close the door. Lent invites us to release. Lent invites us to release. I'm going to say that again. Lent invites us to release. Hi, Miss Marlin. I see Miss Marlin here on Facebook. Lent invites us to release. Guys, please share out the live on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, you're viewing me on Facebook, please stop the live and so people can know that I am live, because some people are not finding me on Facebook. If you guys interact with the live, they will get a notification. Hi, Miss Marlin. How are you? Lent invites us to release and the need to carry every history forward. Sometimes we have to let go of certain things that we're carrying forward. Let's talk about how peace. Let's talk about how peace often feels unfamiliar at first. When chaos has been normal, calm can feel strange. But calm is not emptiness. Calm is safety. I'm going to say that again. Calm is not emptiness. Calm is safety. During this season, practice silence before reaction. Practice stillness before response. Letting go of control. One of the hardest things to release is control. Do you guys believe that? One of the hardest things to release is control. We want answers quickly. We want justice quickly. We want progress we can measure. But growth rarely looks dramatic. Growth rarely looks dramatic. Sometimes letting go means trusting the process, even when the outcome is unclear. If everything has to make sense before you move forward, you will remain stuck. Faith often begins where certainty ends. For example, of our daily life, sometimes we want to move forward, but oh my gosh, if I go on the plane, it might crash because look what's going on in the Middle East. If we continue to look at certain things and look to situations, we will stay stuck. All right. Holding on to past relationships, holding on to titles that no longer fit, holding on to fear of being forgotten. Remind yourself that holding on to those things can keep you stuck. Many seasons of your life will be quiet and still meaningful. Healing without an audience. Healing without an audience. We live in a time where people feel pressure to document every step of healing. Lent reminds us that some transformation happens quietly or privately. There is strength in doing the work when no one is watching. Speak to women who feel they must appear strong online. You don't have to appear strong. You are allowed to grow quietly. You are allowed to rebuild without explaining every single detail. Letting go may look like logging off of Facebook or TikTok or Instagram, logging off. Choosing rest without guilt. Like this morning, I chose rest without guilt. I did not come on live because I was like, you know what? My kids don't have school. I am resting, right? So sometimes you have to choose rest without guilt. Releasing the need for constant validation. Only God can validate you. You don't need people to validate you. So during this Lenten season, learn to release the need for validation from others. What would your life feel like if peace became more important than proving a point? What would your life look like if peace became more important than proving a point? Practical steps for this week. So let me share some practical steps to help us this week. First, choose one emotional habit to fast from. It might be overthinking, it might be responding to negativity. Second, create one moment of stillness each day. Even 5 minutes can reset your mind. Third, replace what you release with intention. Read something that nourishes you. Pray with honesty, not perfection. And lastly, remember that Lent is not about perfection. It is about awareness of the things that you do and your habits. As we close this session, I'm going to come back live on Facebook with the Facebook app because it looks like people are not getting notification that I'm live. But as we close this session, remember this. Letting go does not mean you've lost. It means you chose peace over pressure. Some of you are holding on to things because you fear that if you release them, you will be forgotten. But what is meant for you does not require you to cling to pain. This week, let us ask God to show what no longer belongs in your hands. I thank you guys for joining us this morning or this afternoon. and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Miss Marlin, I'm going to come back live using the app to see what's going on because it seems like there's an error with the